Hi guys, welcome back. We're here today with another hair video. Welcome if you're new. My name's Ayana. In today's video, it's going to be super chill, super simple. I'm going to be answering your hair questions. I get a lot of questions here on YouTube and I try to answer them all, but since my channel has grown, I haven't really been able to stick with that. So I decided I'm going to be answering them here in this video. I'm going to jump right to it. I hope you guys are all doing well, having a happy holiday season. The first question that I'm going to answer, I get this a lot. You guys ask me what shampoo and conditioner I use. Really, when it comes to shampoos, I think that anything would do. Me personally, I use the Moroccan Oil Hydrating Shampoo. I like that because it doesn't strip my hair. My hair has a tendency to get dry. I have relaxer and color in my hair. This keeps my hair from becoming excessively dry. But I will use whatever is available. If I don't have this in my cabinet, I grab anything. I also use the Moroccan Oil Intense Hydrating Hair Mask. I use that to repair my hair if I just feel like it's super dry, breaking. That's a really, really good moisturizing mask. Other than that, you guys know for conditioners, I use the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen and Restore Mask. Love that. It's super, super mild, a mild protein kind of treatment where you can use it often and you really don't have to worry about protein overload, but it like gets the job done. So I really like that. You guys often ask me what type of relaxer I use, which brand. I use the Optimum Defy Breakage No Lie Relaxer. I really love that. I used to have very bad post relaxer breakage. After I started using that, none at all. So for me, that's kind of where I've been for the past few years, and that's where I am sticking. All the products I use, I list in the description box, so it's all there, all linked for you. If ever there's a video and I'm discussing something that you're not familiar with or you can't recall the name, it's gonna be in the description. A lot of you guys ask me how long it took to get my hair to the length that it is now, which is, I guess, mid-back-ish, maybe a little bit longer now. And really, I grew out my hair from like collarbone length to like mid-back, just reaching mid-back in about a year, a little under a year. And from there, I've kind of really haven't been in on a hair growth journey. So I'm a little bit more goal focused on like thickening, thickness, health, just the health of my hair. So I trim a little bit more than I did when I was on my journey. But it's been almost a year since that journey. So honestly, from collarbone length to where it is now, it took me about 2 years. I would say 2 years. But you can get to like approaching mid-back in a year. That's what I did. And I list all my healthy habits, the things that I did, the things that I changed in my previous videos. So if you're new to my channel, just check them out. I have a wealth of information on my channel. So just head there and see what interests you. How often do I trim? I trim every 6 months. I'm usually around the time that I relax. Do I stretch my relaxers? Yes, I stretch my relaxers to about 4 or 5 months. Usually it's closer to 5, just because like most of the time I'm just busy and I really don't have the time to relax on the exact 16 week. So usually it ends up running into about the 5th month, going into 20 weeks. And then a month later I'll probably go to the salon and have them do a trim. People ask, is your hair colored? What color is it? My hair is colored. I currently have in the Clairol, and I think it's honey blonde is the color. I did it at home. I have that on my channel as well. If you're interested in watching that, seeing my technique, I kind of did like an ombre kind of effect. And then I did some face framing highlights. How often do you use? I use heating my hair once a month when I go to the salon, and I use direct heat where they actually put the blow dryer like on my roots, and then indirect heat from the roller sets on the rest of the length of my hair. I don't use any direct heat on the ends of my hair. I detail that in my week in my hair vlog, so if you are interested in checking that out, if you haven't already, please check that out. Someone asked, hi Anna, how was your experience with onion juice? I, during my hair growth journey, did a lot of crazy things and put a lot of crazy things in my hair, like rice water. My hair didn't agree with them. Onion juice is one of those things that really didn't affect me too much, didn't really affect my hair, but it's not a pleasant experience. It's not a pleasant smell. It's just something that did nothing. It didn't help. It didn't hurt. But it wasn't something that I continued or would recommend to anyone either. I get a lot of questions on my relaxer day routine. I will definitely be uploading that video soon. I'm due for a relaxer now. So it's coming. Yes, I will detail my self relaxer routine for anyone who's interested in that. A lot of people ask about grease. People say, grease girl? I don't know. No grease. Yes, guys, no grease. You guys know I'm all natural hair oils when it comes to your actual scalp. Grease has petroleum in it, and that is a barrier. That's why when we were kids, our parents put it on our face in the winter to keep our skin from drying out or being hurt by, stripped of moisture from the wind. It's the same thing on your scalp. If you put, and just like when we relax, we base our scalp with petroleum jelly, with Vaseline. Whenever you have petroleum there, it's a barrier preventing things from getting in. It's either locking in that moisture if your scalp is moisturized already, or preventing something from getting in. But that being said, the nutrients that are in that grease are not penetrating the petroleum to get into your scalp. So it is really all natural, that the way that you should go, because your body can utilize those oils. It can absorb it if you have dry scalp, and actually treat that dryness and utilize it to nourish and restore those cells. Grease is not doing that. So I can go on and on and on about that. We have a lot more knowledge now than our parents did back in the day. You could really look this up anywhere and they will explain to you that like petroleum is probably doing worse damage. Grease is a no. Somebody asks, will my hair stop growing if I dye it? No, it won't. It may break, but it will always keep growing. Do the right things to your hair, you could even prevent or greatly reduce the risk and amount of breakage that you have. So no, it will keep growing. He wrote, how do you style your hair without heat? I would love to cut down on heat to once a month. Please let me know. So really, I detailed my method in my wash day routine. It was pretty simple for me to eliminate heat from my routine. I simply just let my hair air dry, and then from there I would just do a smooth, sleek bun. Another thing that you can do is like a braid out, put your hair in little plaits and just leave them while, do it over the weekend, and then take it out and just kind of wear it in a crimpy style for a week or so. There are so many heatless styles that you can do, so many ways to even if you flatten your hair while it's still wet. So let's say you put the part in, you want to do like a sleek bun, and you don't like when it air dries, it's a little bit more texture, it's a little bit poofier and hard to manage. So if you want to let it kind of dry in the bun that you want to put it in, so it's wet, you smooth it and then tie it down. Use a silk scarf to tie it down, put a little mousse, you'll have a flatter bun as well. So it really just depends on you, but it's just, you gotta try it, and then eventually you'll start to learn how to handle your hair a little bit more when you can't apply heat to it. Eliminating heat is going to greatly allow you to retain length. That's one of the main things that I did that allowed me to start growing and noticing hair growth. A lot of people ask, where do I get my bonnets from? A lot of my bonnets I get from the same place where I get Unlay, royalstonhairinc.com. You can order them. Some of them are online. You can get them or you can get them at the local beauty supply store, but they are really quite interesting. Some of the ones that I've picked up, I really enjoy them. The net ones I get straight from Amazon. Somebody asks, how do you wash out the perm and protect, or the relaxer, excuse me, because you guys come for me. How do I wash out the relaxer and protect my eyes? Just lean back in the shower. One has asked about the products and said, does it matter if you have high density or low density hair for these products? I believe they meant maybe porosity. I think that's what they meant to say. And usually the products that I recommend, but also I think most products, you just have to know how much you need or to use for your hair, depending on your porosity. I feel like you can use them, some of them, you know what I mean? But usually the ones that I recommend, you just have to tailor to your hair needs. Someone said, I got rosemary oil and coconut oil. How often do you recommend I apply them to my scalp? honestly daily if you are trying to grow in an area. Someone said your hair grows from the root, not the ends. Condition your ends, don't cut it. I think this is the problem that we have as relaxed people. We want to hold on to damaged hair. Sometimes when the damage is fairly new, you can save that hair, you can repair it, even sometimes do a light trimming or a light dusting. Sometimes the hair needs to go. And we have to accept that. This is why a lot of people believe that relaxed hair cannot be healthy, because so many of us are walking around with long, unhealthy hair. Health over length, please. If you can't grow it healthily, cut it, let it go, and start new. Start on another hair journey, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. This comments like that, they're so disheartening, because it's like we can have both. We can have the healthy hair and the length, but you can't put a band-aid over a broken arm. You have to get rid of the damage and treat the issue. Trimming, cutting your hair is quite all right. I've done it myself. I've done it several times throughout my life. It grows back. It will grow back. How long do you think you should wait between protective styles? For me, I think it really depends on after you take out the protective style and assess your hair. If your hair appears thinner, because protective styles, especially on relaxed hair, can cause traction alopecia, and so you can lose your hair, you can lose your edges. So just assess your hair. If it really doesn't look like it took a blow, I usually give my scalp 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks, and then I'll put in another protective style if that's what I decide to do. Because obviously when the style is freshly new, that's when there's the most tension. But once it's kind of grown out, those last few months or weeks, however long you keep yours in, the tension is very minimal. So then throwing in another protective style after giving your scalp like a 2-week break is fine. Somebody asked about protective styles. What about wearing a ponytail, like a fake one? That's absolutely fine for a protective style if your hair is secured away within that ponytail. I've had ponytails where my hair is out and the ponytail weave is wrapped around my hair. That's not so much of a protective style, because your hair is still out within that. So if you run a flat iron through it, if you comb through it, you're still combing and flat ironing through your own hair. And so you just want to make sure that your hair is either braided or bunned up inside that weave and or that ponytail, and it's protected and tucked away. How often do I do my scalp massages? I do them daily, every other day, once my hair gets old. So if I freshly styled from the salon, I really don't do them that first week, just because I don't want to apply oils to my hair and my scalp and kind of weigh it down. But then once the style gets old, closer to wash, I'll go in like daily. I'm getting ready to wash my hair anyway. And the scalp massage as well as the oil I use, for those of you who are new, Unlay, you guys know I love it. Many of you have tried it and love it too, so that's great. But it's just really such a great, nourishing, growth promoting oil. And so the more you can do it, the more benefits you're gonna see. Someone said, can you deep condition with a normal hair dryer, or would you not recommend that? I like steam because it doesn't get too hot. You don't have to worry about presetting. The steam dryers are set already, and the steam doesn't get too hot. It just is the right temperature to kind of start to raise those cuticles so that your conditioner can kind of really get in there, but it's not overheating or burning the hair. So they're better, but both work. I use a hot head heat cap. I've sat under a regular dryer. You just have to make sure you don't put it too high to do heat damage, which most people aren't going to do that. So I think you're fine either way. Okay, so someone says everyone hair grows. Some of us have more fragile strands that break faster than others. Some of us have slow growing hair and need more time to be able to see growth. There's a bunch of errors in there, but I'll address that. We all do have very different hair. Some of us have fine hair, that is true, but your fine hair shouldn't be weak. Fine, thin strands don't necessarily equate to weak strands. And so if your hair is easily breaking, it's probably not in the great state of health. Also, yes, all of our hair does grow, but you can do things to maximize your growth potential, like eating healthy, exercising, increasing blood circulation through scalp massage, using growth promoting oils and ingredients that stimulate the scalp, as well as nourish the scalp and hair. So this statement is no. It is true that all of our hair is in different conditions in different states, but unhealthy is unhealthy. If your hair is very slow to grow, there are things that you might want to look into, like your nutrition, your circulation. There are things that you can do to help that, as well as if your hair is breaking, absolutely, there are things that you can do to repair that as well. I don't want this video to be too long. How often do I wash my hair? I wash my hair every 2 weeks. Sometimes I push to 3. And once wash is going to be at the salon. So once a month at the salon where I get my hair styled. It's looking fly, it's looking cute. I don't know if people still say fly. And then the second wash is going to be at home where I do not use any heat. I allow it to air dry, and then I just kind of throw it in a sleek bun and leave it like that. And last, a lot of you guys ask me about or comment and disagree about the length of time a protective style should be in. You guys know I keep my protective styles in for a minimum of 3 months. I really recommend, if you're new to it, maybe start at 2 months, but please guys, don't do a 30-day protective style, because all the manipulation to put in that protective style, at the end of the 30 days, it really wasn't worth it, because you probably lost more than you gained. So that is it, guys. If you have any questions that I have not addressed, please comment them below. Guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's super chill, super fun for me, and I will see you in the next one. Relaxer day routine is coming, so please, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe, join the family. I got more good stuff coming for you. All right, guys, take care. See you in the next one. Phoenix, how did your arm get out of your shirt?